Hey everybody, welcome to False Reality Check. This week we're doing kind of a interesting thing.
Little catch-up conversation this week. A lot of stuff's opening up around us, so we're starting to get out more because,
Interesting time.
a lot of places are no mask anymore. So it's like, okay, let's get out.
Yeah.
And if you're still doing masks, then fuck you. We're not going to you.
Yeah.
But
We're not spending money there.
we're not going to spend money there. But we thought we'd get out and talk about what we saw and how we felt about it. And that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
But we also touch on our trip coming up.
Give you a little preview about that and kind of let you know where we're going to go and talk about our expectations and not expectations, I guess, but what we look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
I don't
be
really
good.
have any expectations.
I don't either.
My bar's so low right now. COVID really lowered that bar.
Yeah.
Anything kind of seems nice at this point.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so we hope you like it. It's an interesting little catch-up conversation, like you said. And yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Howdy.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's been another week. Hell of a week.
It's been a lovely week.
I don't know if you
Another lovely week in this simulation.
I don't know if you could say it's been a lovely week. It's been a week.
The weather's been nice. I mean, it's been...
Yeah.
Whenever the weather's nice, I'm like, okay.
It started a little like muggy, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
And it got gradually like cooler and breezy throughout the week. But I'm always stuck inside on my computer working.
Yeah, I have to gauge my weeks based on weather because I'm out
Yeah.
all the time working. So
Yeah.
at least I'm glad I get to work outdoors.
No, that's true.
I'm glad.
I'm envious of you in that regard, I think, because the only time I get to go outside is when I look at the garden or take the pup out, and yeah, it's not. Sometimes I'm stuck on meetings like all day.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying.
At least I have a window to look out of.
Yeah.
Nice little slave window.
Yeah, I get a little slit in the wall to let me look out, you know. And it was cool watching the birds this week. I think I told you about that house sparrow that nabbed that wasp.
Yeah, that's a crazy story.
I was like, holy shit! It was just like eating little ants off the little plants by the window, and I was just like, huh. I was wondering if that's what they do on the sunflowers when we see them on the sunflowers, because they're not picking green off the sunflowers.
No.
So I'm assuming they're taking the little ants. And when I saw them do that on the little bush outside, and then I saw that wasp there, I was like, oh, something's about to happen. Like, it's going to chase this bird off. And then all of a sudden the bird, like, stood still and then swoop, and just grabbed it by the back of the thorax. I was like, holy shit. And it like flushed out, took off. I was like, man, I didn't think that they would eat a wasp.
Wow. Can you imagine just having that power? Just
I
nabbing a wasp midair in your mouth?
I mean, I don't want to do that. But I do, we have the electric tennis racket thing.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes, if they get stuck in the screen door or something, I imagine I'm like that bird, knocking that wasp out of the air, just like whack.
That gets my adrenaline pumping. I can't. Oh my gosh. I hate wasps.
Yeah.
I hate them, and just having to try and nail them in the air with that stupid.
Well, I'm allergic, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'd rather do it. I take that bullet.
No, but sometimes you want to like put your life at risk,
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like it keeps you alive a little bit. I mean, it's not really like I'm putting my life at risk. Obviously, if it gets really, really close to me, I'm going to try and like MacGyver my way out of the situation somehow. But a little risk is good here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, you had some good outdoor work this week, and I thought you were going to like close off your week with having to be in the field, but I'm glad to have you home today.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was good to be home.
Yeah.
Not having to sit in traffic Friday,
Yeah.
That's
That-
always rough.
That was good. I feel like in that way, the week did finish off in a good way.
Did.
Yeah. Even for me, when I thought I was behind, I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the little things
Yeah.
that we worry about.
Oh yeah.
Really, in the grand scheme of things,
It's
don't
like,
matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care about my job.
But man, it takes a big chunk of our day.
It really does. And it's like sad, but it is what it is. We have to get that fiat.
Yeah.
Gotta pay the bills
Yep.
and buy more Bitcoin.
That's true.
Yeah. Bought a chunk this week.
It's been pretty low.
Went down to 29.
Oh my gosh, that's right, it did.
Yeah.
God, this week has been
I've been watching it like a
crazy.
hawk.
Yeah, it's been like fluctuating low 30s.
Yeah.
Um,
Even today, huh?
yeah, it's been like 32, 33. I think it went to like 31 at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing just it won't go up.
No.
Because you said they were liquidating China, not China.
No.
Someone was liquidating their assets or something.
Yeah, so the whole China thing was a lot of mining operations are shutting down, and so the hash rate is going down. And when the hash rate goes down, the fees go up a little bit. So you always have to keep that in mind if you're going to move your Bitcoin around, because your fees can go up. But as of right now, those mining facilities are actually moving to other countries. So like some of them set up shop in Kazakhstan, or however the hell you pronounce that.
Kazakhstan.
Is that the one where Borat's from? The one wherever Borat's from. Is he from there, or is he from?
I'm not too familiar with Borat.
I think that's the one where Borat's from. But I mean, Borat's not real, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think they spun up like 300 miners in just the last week, and they have 2,000 more going that way, and then a bunch from China, some other province in China where there's like a lot of mining facilities. They're moving to Maryland, so a lot are coming to the U.S.
Wow. Yeah, I think I saw some move to Austin or something.
Yeah. Some are moving to Austin. Yeah, they were bringing in thousands of miners into Austin, and I think they're gonna give them like a tax break, and they have some sort of like renewable energy that they're going to use or something like that. They better figure that shit out though. They figure all that shit out, because when they froze, like all their power, like so they better figure it all out before they spin up those miners. Otherwise, the whole grid's going to just go. And Texas is on their own grid.
Yes.
So that could fuck a lot of shit up. I don't know how their shit's connected, but
I wonder what renewable energy they're going to use.
They have wind, and I think they have some hydro.
Okay.
Yeah. They have a lot of wind. Texas has a lot of wind. Yeah. Wyoming has a ton of wind, and they're big into Bitcoin. I don't know if they got mining facilities. They might, but yeah, a lot of it's going to come to the U.S. So that's pretty cool, because it's a lot of people are shit talkers here about Bitcoin. So if they can do it successfully with like renewable energies, it's like shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They're pushing that climate change thing with Bitcoin, saying it takes a lot of energy. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, just like the fiat system takes more, but yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they run completely off renewable resources, then they can't really say.
No.
They can't use that argument.
No. And most Bitcoin is incentivized to run off renewable energy, because it costs so much energy that the only way that it makes sense to do it is if you could plug into renewable energy at a cheap rate. So a lot of miners will actually have their own solar facilities, like even home miners. People will put solar panels up to pay for their thing, or at least to offset the cost. Because if we had like one miner in our house, I think our bill would be like $800 a month. Maybe like something ridiculous.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because we run the air conditioner sometimes, you know. So yeah, of course it would go up. And energy in the summer, they always charge more. for some reason.
I
don't know why. It's like the gas prices go up in the winter, they go up in the summer. In the winter, they go, oh, we're switching to a winter formula. And then the summer, we're switching to summer formula.
So weird.
No, you're not. You're just charging more because you want to.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
People are out, getting out more,
Yeah.
Gotta gouge us a little bit more.
Exactly. And gas is like one of the only businesses where if you think about it, they really don't give you much. Like you literally just show up and they get money.
Yeah, it used to be you show up and some guy would pump your gas for you, right?
Yeah.
Clean your window.
I mean, in like places like Oregon, they still do that.
Oh yes,
they
that's
pump
true.
your gas for you. Yeah, I think it's still that way.
I have no idea.
I haven't been to Oregon in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm told that it's still that way by people who live in Oregon.
Oregon seems crazy. Well, some parts anyway.
Some parts. Right now. Some parts are pretty cool. I don't want to live there right now, but I'm looking forward to getting out and exploring new venues with you on our upcoming journey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Our road trip.
It's coming so quick. Like, I can't believe how fast. It's already here.
Yeah. Like a week from today, we will be on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or hopefully we won't be on the road right now. We will be resting because it's nighttime.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we should be at our destination.
Yeah.
Well, first destination.
Halfway to our destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to stay overnight, get some rest, and get up and drive to our
final
destination.
Yes.
Hopefully not,
Yeah.
Final destination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not the movie. Not the movie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been there in a while, and I haven't driven I think we're total trip wise, it's going to be over 1,000 miles, over 1,200 miles, at least.
That is long.
Yeah.
That's a drive.
I'm pretty sure it's probably double that actually. I don't even know. I got to figure it out. Especially if we drive other places and stop to see things. It'll add up over time.
Yeah, it will.
I'm excited because we get to be in places where they're not afraid of COVID and they don't really think about it. And
yeah, it'll be interesting to see the change in people and how they act, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've been so used to one place for most of my life and how people react around here, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, I agree. So I guess I should just mention, in case people are listening and they hear pops in the background, we don't have drive-bys that often, but there's fireworks and people like to light fireworks, and there's also a local event going on, and there might be fireworks.
That's true.
So I guess we should probably maybe backtrack from our trip and go to this local event first and talk about just people watching and the things that we saw, and then we'd go to their trip.
Yeah, so each year the city we live in, they like to host a fair.
Yes.
There's a few other events that they like to host, but this one they host.
This is like their big one.
They usually host around May.
Yeah.
Last year, obviously, they couldn't do it because COVID. Yeah. So this year, it seems so just out of the blue. When I saw the advertisement for it, I was like, wow, they're really doing it, and it's going to be end of June.
Yeah.
Right before the 4th.
It was like a short runway that we even saw advertisement for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we show up. Well, we walk over there.
First, could we premise this by saying, oh, see, there you go. There's a firework. Wow, that registered pretty loud.
Oh God, they got me.
They got me. I get it's what happens when you record in an urban setting. But I guess let's premise this by saying they normally shut the whole main street down.
Yeah.
And it's connected to, there's like a side street that connects to a park. So it's like the main street, the side street, and the whole park. And it's usually tons of rides and like gaming booths.
And they have livestock.
They have a livestock
from the local high
competition
school.
because the local high schools do agricultural things, and it's really cool because the animal, they have all kinds of different kinds of animals, and they normally have a really big stage.
Yeah.
For performances, like a big stage, and they have tons of like food and food trucks, and it's always like a really big, and there's a merchant section. It's
a decent little fair.
Yeah.
For a city, you know.
For a city, like we're small. It's not a big city.
Yeah.
And so I thought, and I'm sure you thought, because we were walking up, that, all right, it's going to be like it always is. And we're like walking down the street, and you commented, you were like,
yeah, the main street's not shut down.
Yeah,
there was just cars.
You were like, wait, is it today?
Yeah, I freaked out. I wasn't sure what day it was, if it was next week, and then I was like, wait, we're supposed to be leaving next week, so it has to be this week.
Yeah.
It was just weird to see. I expected one thing.
Nothing shut down.
Yeah, I expected to see one thing, and it wasn't like that. So there were some people walking in a certain direction towards the park, so we were like, okay, maybe it's just near the park.
Yeah.
Where they usually have a portion of it.
Yeah.
And they cut off those streets.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. So we just kept walking. Finally made it, and the whole park was basically the fair. Mm-hmm. And the park is like it's probably about 3 acres.
Yeah, it's about.
And
it's not that big.
It's not.
It really isn't.
Yeah, and they managed to fit a decent amount of rides.
Kind of big ones too. Yeah. That you're like,
I don't
think this is stable ground for this thing to be on here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was crazy. And then there's some food booths, and
like they relegated the merchants to the basketball courts.
Yeah.
Where people normally buy drugs. Because that's what you do in basketball.
Wasn't there a shooting at this park?
There was a shooting at this park, and I know who was involved.
Oh my God, that's right.
I worked with this person.
That's right.
I mean, they didn't shoot anybody.
No.
But their family member shot someone who was also in their family. So
it's pretty messed up.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, it was so much smaller than it used to be. So maybe they just slapped us together last minute.
Yeah.
I mean.
And you were saying like, wow, maybe they couldn't have pulled the permits in time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they can't write themselves a note. Like, they are the city. It's them who puts it on. They can't just give themselves a permit.
I don't know. Maybe they need a certain amount of time to notify the public that street's going to be shut down. And maybe they weren't able to do that in enough time.
I mean, I did notice that the normal street signs around those locations said nothing about street closure, and it said only about fireworks are not legal in our city, and you can get a fine of so many $1,000s or whatever. Clearly that doesn't apply, because it doesn't matter, because people can hear fireworks in the background and no one gives a shit about that rule. So, and we have some big ass fireworks that pop off around us. But yeah, this fair was like a minuscule version of the normal fair they do. And I was just like immediately disappointed. Because I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is going on here? Because normally there's like, the booths that show up to this event are booths that are like county fair style booths.
Yeah.
Where it's like you got your lemonade and your pretzels and your nachos with the plastic cheese and the jalapenos and
so good.
Cotton candy and like corn dogs that are like a yard long and like ridiculous gross food that no one should consume. But all we had was 3 acres of some rides. There was a cow. There was one little cute baby cow. And there was like a quarter of a stage and some like picnic benches, some of which were blocked by big trees. So you couldn't see the stage. We were sitting in one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
The kettle corn wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, that was good. I'm glad we bought that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see people getting out, you know. Yeah. It was almost that like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, except for every once in a while there were like random people wearing masks.
Yeah,
and some of the workers were wearing them.
Yeah, it seemed like the carnies had to wear them.
Some were. The booth people that were doing the games, I didn't notice they were wearing any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Probably because they gotta like heckle the people to like get them to play the games, you know? That's part of the carny thing. Isn't it?
Sure.
I mean, you know, like somebody's like, come on, take a shot, you know, you got it. You know, people encourage you to spend your money on useless shit.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was cool. It was nice to get out, even though it was a low budget fair this year.
Extremely low budget.
They tried, and I think for last minute that they did a decent job. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna. It was okay.
It was okay.
It wasn't like it always is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just wish they kind of. It seemed kind of slapped together, and I wish it didn't seem slapped together.
Yeah.
I wish it looked like they had more effort. But hey, we got our state senator or some bigwig to come and give a 2-second speech about, you know, us being the favorite city in his district or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Oh,
you're a fucking liar.
Yeah,
I'm sure he says that to all the cities.
He was there all day because I guess in the morning he was there for a splash pad ribbon cutting.
Oh, God.
It's because of him we have splash pads.
It's not because of him.
That's what they said at the...
Did you hear that? He didn't write the grant. He didn't write the grant.
The guy that... the president of the business...
Oh, the commerce guy?
Yeah.
The Chamber of Commerce guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made that announcement.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. Okay. Yeah. So we get splash pads. Yeah. Thanks. That you have to... Okay, let's talk about these splash pads for a second here.
You have to reserve your time in the splash pad because of COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
What is this crap?
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird times.
This is ridiculous. When you have to go through some sort of process.
Yeah, I guess online you have to pick a time, and it's limited to 30 minutes. 30 minutes only, and there's only, I think they allow 16 people in there at a time, so like 8 kids, 8 parents.
Wait, but do they have like restrictions, like if you're not in the same family?
I'm not too sure about that. I don't think that matters. I think it's just the number of people in that small space is what matters.
You're outside.
Yeah.
It's water. Water washes shit away. I don't understand.
Yeah, so you have to make a reservation, and you have 30 minutes. The kids have 30 minutes to play, and then that's it. Hopefully that changes, because...
This is what happens when society is like, what is it? I guess what's the terminology? Where they're play dates, they have to schedule like play dates, and what's that? Helicopter parenting.
Oh.
This is like that, like to its fulfillment.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like they have to schedule their kids' entertainment now.
Isn't that how like the parents are now, where they're like, oh, we're gonna schedule a play date with Blaine and Jared and whatever, you know. And
the square parents, maybe.
Yeah, but those are the parents that are like the influencer parents, you know, that are ones, those are the ones that have the Instagram that are like, this is what I do for my family and you should do it too, kind of people. And it's like, keep your fucking opinion to yourself. Nobody gives a shit what you do for your fucking family. You're not that important.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Everybody's family is different.
Yeah.
Let people figure it out.
Yeah.
But everybody's all like, ugh. All on top of everything. And I feel like that's scheduling a splash pad like appointment for a community splash pad, mind you, that are all our money paid for. You have to schedule. That's like the epitome of helicopter parent generation.
It's terrible.
Just run amok.
But yeah, thanks, Senator.
Whatever your fucking name is. I don't know what this person's name was.
Oh man, the mayor was there. He showed up in a golf cart. So
he didn't leave that golf
cart,
by the way.
There was a parade that kind of came to the stage.
A costume parade.
Yes.
For some reason.
There were some pirates.
There was people dressed up as fruit.
Yeah.
There was a Chick-fil-A cow.
Oh, yeah.
And a
couple of bears.
Couple of bears in there. Not like gay guys that are hairy, but like dressed up bears. Just in case people were wondering.
They had aprons.
They did have aprons. That was cute.
That's really cool.
And yeah. And there was some ghost puff guy.
Yeah, so this parade of misfits comes in. And there's some children thrown in there in costumes and bubbles. They call it the bubble parade.
Yeah.
But the mayor's leading this thing and he's in a golf cart.
And he never left that golf cart. And
this guy is so heavy. It's been a couple years since we've seen him.
When we saw him at the last thing, it wasn't last year because like you said, it was closed. But we saw him the year before and he wasn't that big.
No, this guy got big.
But he got like bigger. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
He rolls up. He rolls up in his cart and does his little speech and they sing the city song, which is just terrible.
Let's not go into that.
I'm not going to sing it.
That's a whole different thing.
And
write essays on that.
We're just sitting there, watching all this go down and munching on our popcorn. And oh my God, I bought a churro from this random
Hispanic guy who just comes up with a box of churros.
Oh my God.
He's like, "Get us churro?"
Yeah.
And I looked at you, I'm like, "Do you want one?" You're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, you eat your."
Yeah, it was like he was selling
weird
some
churro
kind of
from this guy.
It was like he was selling some kind of contraband or something. Like he came up so low key, and we made eye contact, and it was like, okay, the deal's going down. You know?
Yeah.
At that point, I had to say yes.
And then you were like, I really hope he didn't poison the churro. while you're biting into your churro. I really hope he's not poisoning this churro. I'm like, yeah, I hope so too, because you're eating it.
Yeah, I didn't want you to have any, so. Because I was like, I'm going to take this bullet.
I wasn't going to have
I'm taking this bullet.
I didn't want a churro.
It was good, though.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I told you, he probably got it from the panaderia down the street.
He probably did.
He got it from them. I bet you. He went there and he picked it up. He's an enterprise guy. He was charging $1 or $2 a churro. Good to go.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Yeah. And, I mean... Clearly he doesn't have a permit to sell, and I'm all for that.
Why not? Sell your wares.
Sell your wares. Fuck the state, man. Do what you got to do.
Oh man.
I'm all for independent, enterprising young people. That's why I don't think we should call them drug dealers. They are street pharmaceutical representatives.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
What's the difference between them and a pharmacist? Some schooling.
Expensive schooling.
Very expensive schooling that you pay for the rest of your life.
God.
But anyways, so this mayor, he was man, I feel bad for that guy. I wonder if, obviously I hope he doesn't have any kind of health issue that caused that to happen. But if it's all him doing it, I hope he stops and just changes his lifestyle and I worry about the guy. That's not cool. And he stayed in that cart the whole time, and we actually ran into him because we walked, clearly we weren't gonna, wasn't the same. We had to leave. It was not the same. Oh
yeah, it was.
But we had to eat. I mean, I wasn't gonna eat their small selection of food other than the kettle corn that we picked up, which we still have. So,
yeah.
And so we went to go eat at this little Mexican joint, and Mr. Mayor pulls up in his little electric cart and parks in the handicap zone, all to himself, and proceeds to order from his cart to go. And the guy the I mean, he's not a waiter. I think he's one of the managers. He fills up like a big, like, cup, like a styrofoam cup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I don't think I saw that.
You didn't see that? He
No.
fills up like the big size cup, styrofoam cup of horchata.
Oh man.
With ice and all the stuff, and he takes it out to the mayor, and then he takes the order, and then they did end up taking out the order, and it was a big order, and I was like, oh my god. First of all, I was like, you're in an electric cart. I hope you're close to your house at least, because that is clearly not street legal.
He was probably going back to the fair.
You think so? And he was just gonna like chow down at the fair?
I don't know.
Like straight out of styrofoam and shit?
He was gonna eat with the Chick-fil-A cow.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to eat with the Chick-fil-A cow. I thought the Chick-fil-A cow was gonna go hang out with the real cow.
Oh man.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been funny.
But that never transpired, so I guess all hope is lost. But yeah, then and while we were eating at the place, that was cool too, that they had hockey on. I was like, Mexican place got hockey on? Like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, they had the Dodgers on like every other TV, but like the one TV in the corner that nobody was looking at, they had hockey on.
It had the game 7.
Tampa Bay and Islanders. We haven't watched hockey I have not watched hockey since probably like 2019 sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't watch it last year because they got all weird and political.
Yeah, and it didn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because they were doing what all the other sports are doing, and I thought hockey would be different. No, I'm not against like Black Lives Matter. Black people are cool. I'm cool with black folks. I'm just like, there's like 3 black guys in hockey. You know what I mean? Like, I get it at the same time, but I'm like, and like 2 of the 3 of those are Canadians, and like I'm not to hate on my Canadian fellows, but there's a difference between Canadian black people and American black people, and I have to stand up for my American black friends. I think they're the best. So no offense to the Canadian hockey players who are black, but you're not as real as my American brethren.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying.
That's so funny.
I'm just saying. But yeah, so they had the game going, and I was like, that's cool to watch. And it really reminded me how much I enjoyed watching a game of hockey.
Yeah, and it was nice to see the stands full because it was in Florida.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So
I liked that.
It was like a regular game.
Yeah.
The coaches were wearing masks though. That was weird.
Didn't make.
I don't know what that was about.
Me. And like it seemed like the assistant coaches were too.
Oh man.
But the players obviously weren't because they have to breathe.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was some people in the audience wearing them.
Oh yeah, probably.
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either. I wasn't looking at the audience. The game was a good game. It looked like the Islanders did not come to play, but they just
their shots on goal was just minimal.
It was
so bad.
It was like half as much as the Lightning, but it was cool to see them play, and I'm like, wow, hockey's the one sport where it's great to watch on TV and it's also great to watch in person. And like, I can't say, I don't know, I've never been to a basketball game, so I can't judge that. And I've never been to a football game, so I can't judge that. But I have been to a baseball game, and baseball is way better when you're there than when you're watching it on TV, because it's the whole experience of the baseball game.
Yeah.
And plus you're part of like the cheers and all the stuff they do, and Kiss Cam, we've been on Kiss Cam.
That was fun.
So I think that's a sport like you got to be there. But like, I hate watching baseball on TV. It's so fucking boring to me. It's like watching golf. I can't watch golf on TV.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I think I'd rather watch paint dry.
Oh man.
Yeah. But hockey was, it was something else. I really enjoyed it. I miss it. I can honestly say I miss it.
Yeah, it's a fun sport.
It's a fun sport. but it's a distraction.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't let it take me anymore, and I'm really glad, and I'm glad. I'm going to say this. I'm really glad we didn't go to any games. We haven't been to any games for a long time because we have saved a lot of money not going to games.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You're so right.
Oh man, that has totally helped. Like just putting money away for emergencies and planning for the future and stuff. So I'm
Definitely.
like, thank you for sticking it out with me and not forcing us to go to a game or something. I got really turned off when they started changing like the bag policies and like you have to have clear bags.
Yeah, that was so weird.
I'm like, what are you fucking worried about? It's a hockey game. The most somebody's gonna bring in is octopus when Detroit plays. You know? Like
that's true.
Your concern should be how much alcohol people are consuming, because some people can't hold their alcohol.
No.
That's what you should be concerned about, not what people are bringing in, you know? You have security guards. There's security guards everywhere over there.
Yeah. I can imagine their policies now.
I imagine it's very Adolf-esque, I'm sure.
I'd have to check them out.
I'm not, part of me is like, I don't even want to try. Another part of me is like, well, maybe you should go to like one last game and make it count, you know? But I hate our team so much that it's
terrible.
Like, I don't even want to go to their game. I want to go to another team's game, you know, like a team that's good. I'd rather go to a Vegas game. They seem like they really reward their fans. Their fans appear to really get entertained.
Yeah.
And they have like a whole story when they bring out their team and shit. And it's like, man, can't a brother get some ice projection? You know? Every team seems like they have it. But whatever.
Whatever. It's a distraction.
Yeah. It's okay.
But yeah, it was a nice meal. Nice meal, and they had these glass partitions in between the seats.
The booths.
Yeah. So that was new. I don't remember.
It cut the sound a lot.
It did. Like the seats are pretty low as is.
Yeah.
Where we were sitting, so.
Yeah. And we sat on the same side, so could really only hear what was in front of us.
It's true. But yeah, it was nice. Good food. It was like I said earlier, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah, people pretending.
Which is kind of, it's good. It's good for that people are getting out, but it's also kind of frustrating at the same time because it's like shit went down.
Yeah.
Stuff happened, and it was very unfair, and people don't see it for what it really is.
It's still unfair.
It is. Yeah, some of the stuff they're trying to roll out now with some places around us are saying if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But if you're not vaccinated, please wear a mask.
Yeah.
Some places are pulling that thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, why? If you're vaccinated, then why does it matter?
Exactly. It shouldn't matter.
Isn't it supposed to protect you?
Even by their logic, even by their dumb fucking logic, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I choose not to follow it because it doesn't make sense.
No,
Why am I going to follow something that doesn't make any sense?
I have the same policy I have with everybody else, which is as much truth as you give me is as much truth I will give you. So I don't feel like the grocery store gives us a whole lot of truth, because they do mark up some shit that doesn't cost them that much, and they fuck with their shit where they, you know how they like put the like old shit out front and they try and get you to take the old shit.
That's true.
No. And the way they treat their employees. You worked at a grocery store. I know some shit they made you do that I don't like. So no, I will be about as honest with them as they're honest with me, which is not a whole lot. So you don't need to know my medical history for me to walk into a fucking store.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if somebody's vaccinated, then aren't they protected, right?
That's what they say, but that's not how it is.
Yeah.
It's only supposed to protect you from the getting the symptoms, right?
Not even then. Because look at fucking Bill Maher. He got sick even after he got the vaccine. Look at the Congress people.
Bill Maher's a spook.
There's like Congress people and senators that still got sick even after getting the vaccine.
I don't trust any of those people.
I don't trust any of those people stories. Either. But what I'm saying is, if they got sick again, what the fuck's the difference?
No, you're
Why
right.
even get the vaccine?
Right.
Jimmy Dore's been sick for a while. And God, I hope nothing happens to Jimmy Dore. But he got the vaccine, and he said that he was really sick. Yeah. And he's still sick. He's suffering. He has like this like neck head pain thing that won't go away.
It's terrible.
I'm like, how is he going to make his fucking show? He's got to work too. So.
But yeah, it's interesting because it seems like people just are like happy to be back to normal, quote unquote.
Yeah, but it's not normal.
But it's not.
It's not normal.
It's not.
No.
There's still stuff, weird little things here and there that are going on.
Yeah.
It's not right.
This is like everybody's been psychologically abused to the point where they don't know what the truth is. And they have a hard time deciphering truth from lies and right from wrong in some cases. And this was all done on purpose. This was all part of their wealth transfer that they wanted to do, where they kicked up a bunch of money up to the top. Jeff Bezos has a space program. What the fuck?
That's money laundering.
It's money laundering. He was given like 10 million, 10 billion, some shit like that for this space program. And then he turns around and buys MGM for the same amount. Okay. Because our government isn't a giant criminal organization that just floats money to the top people for no reason, or the people that are the most connected for no reason, while the rest of us are happy to get our Biden checks for $200 and something if you have children. But if you don't have children, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I don't know. We live in a backwards universe.
Yeah.
Filled with puppets and criminals.
So weird. I didn't know he bought MGM.
Like or some shit like that. I don't know.
Hollywood?
I heard
MGM?
Sam Tripoli talk about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's probably going to go towards...
I didn't even know that was still around. Did you know MGM was still around?
No, I don't even...
I don't know what studios are around.
That'll probably be used towards their entertainment, Amazon's entertainment.
Oh, yeah. Because of their the Prime.
Yeah, the video.
Prime Video. Yeah, you're right. Oh, shit. Full disclosure, obviously, yes, we do order shit from Amazon.
Oh my gosh.
When we have to.
It's terrible.
Because we can't find it.
It's terrible.
But
we're trying to give up things slowly.
Trying to give up things
That's
slowly.
That's going to be a hard one to give up because it's so convenient.
No Netflix, no Hulu. We don't have cable. But
we do have Amazon Prime.
We do have Amazon Prime because it saves on the shipping. And I mean, when you got to order random like things that the local stores don't have and you can't get, then you order it and it comes in a day or so.
Yeah, if you need some cheap shit from China.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Amazon specializes in, cheap plastic shit from China. So they're really good at providing that.
Only the best.
Only the best for us Americans. You ever see these guys? I think we've talked about this before. These guys that like drive around in the panel truck, or not panel trucks, but the work trucks, and they have like stacks of recycled materials and cans and all that shit, and they're just like crushed, like cubes of plastic.
Yeah.
All that shit gets shipped to China, and then all that shit gets shipped right back to us in the form of shoes and stupid shit from Amazon. They just recycle it over there. They don't care. That's why their air quality sucks so bad, and ours isn't that bad.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
How do we get to China?
Yeah.
How do we get this like cycle of abuse with China?
Yeah.
We're just consumers. We've been fooled into buying shit to make us happy.
Mm.
And
that's true.
You can't buy enough stuff to make yourself happy if you're hollow inside. You have to just fill it with stupid, nonsensical shit or expensive shit. Some people spend themselves like into bankruptcy. literally bankruptcy. Like they spend so much on credit cards, they go into bankruptcy. I mean, where else in the most abundant country in the world, other than here, could you do some stupid shit like that? Some other countries probably has some like laws that prevent you from overspending or some shit. I don't know, something like they won't give you all that money to spend. But over here, they're like, no, we'll give you all the free money you want, and at 30% interest or whatever the fuck we want to charge you.
Well, yeah, it feeds the beast.
Why not,
the fiat
right?
system beast, of course.
Yeah, and in the debt cycle. Yeah. All this stuff. It's kind of amazing. But what are you going to do? Just all we do is like we've cut things out of our lives that are needless and pointless.
Yeah.
And try our best. I'm sure there's like little things here and there that I hang on to. Like the Amazon.
Yep.
And
one day we'll get rid of it.
One day we'll get rid of it and I'll be happy. And I'll be like, yes. But by then we'll be like growing our own food and have a horse or some shit.
I hope so.
Oh, that would be amazing. I thought they would have a horse there at the fair. I really did.
Yeah.
Or the pigs. You remember when they had the kids with the pigs?
Yeah, they do. They usually, the kids present their livestock.
That they've been growing all year.
And they get judged. Yeah, and they award awards, but they didn't even have that.
It's so
there was
crazy.
No room for it. They could only do rides and food and the stage area.
And it's not like they don't have the animals because the farm isn't too far from here. I smell it.
Yeah.
And I've seen the animals. They're still there. So it's like they just didn't get to present them. And I was like, damn it.
Maybe next year it'll be back to the size it used to be. Or they can block that big main street, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I would be.
If we make it to next year.
If we make it to next year, if we're even here, who knows?
But no, it was a good experience. I think just to get out, good to see people's faces, kids having fun.
Yeah. Smiling.
Smiling.
It was so nice to see people smiling again.
Yeah.
Even if, there's like masked people still. The ones who weren't masked were smiling.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah. It's good.
It's contagious because it makes me smile. What'd you think of the little shop area with the merchants?
I don't know. It was kind of just the same old type of stuff that you'd see at a swap meet. Just
no, I don't know. I like the swap meet. Little trinket.
No, okay. I shouldn't compare it to swap meet. It was like the boutiques that happen at Christmas. That's what it reminded me of.
When people open up their house, sometimes they have boutiques around us, and it's like random stores.
It's like jewelry, Christmas ornaments,
handicrafts, and like maybe some handmade beauty things. Like
maybe
glosses.
Some soaps.
I saw some of those.
Some edible items. Those are the best. Oh my gosh.
Some carved things.
Yeah.
But it's not like big stores. It's literally just like random people.
It's handmade stuff.
Or
baked stuff. But yeah, it seemed like the stuff that was there was some of that. Mm-hmm. People bringing their wares, but there was also booths that seemed like you were walking down the 99-cent store aisle. Just like
like people just selling random little plastic shit.
Yeah. You're just like, what?
You're like, you're not even trying.
Yeah. There was this. Was it? These carvings that were carved.
Olive wood people.
Olive wood. That's what it was.
They carved these like cool, intricate, some religious, some non-religious.
That was pretty neat.
Things out of olive wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I like stuff like that. I wonder. The like I know you, so olive wood, and maybe because you're smart with this stuff, you can help me out. But olive wood,
I don't even know anything about that.
No, but is that come from olive trees?
I would assume so. I mean,
it's like the same trees that grow the olives. Olive wood.
Why not?
Okay, so, that's interesting. So I wonder because the way that the wood looks, it's actually. it looks almost like it's been dried or treated in some sort of way. Like, I don't know if you noticed it when you were looking at the little different carvings that they had. Some of it was in like a darker kind of like, almost like it was stained, or it was...
I think I did notice that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wonder, is that a quality of that type of wood, or is that something that they did like as a post process?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess I should have asked them.
You should have.
Yeah. Because I was like, that was one thing that I was like, I wonder how they got it to look like that.
They had a few people there though.
They did.
At the booth.
There was like 3 or 4 people at that booth.
They were pretty busy.
Yeah. That was the one like thing that was definitely a homemade business type thing. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but they had like the Last Supper carved.
I saw. Yeah, I did see that. That was very.
I was like, holy
detailed.
Shit. It was like really detailed. I'm like, how these people are good. But I don't think I'd have the patience to do something like that. But I'm glad that there are people that have the patience to do something like that, because I could look at it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Had I had probably, because some of their stuff looked kind of pricey, had I had more cash on hand, I might have got a little thing.
True.
But some of their stuff was like kind of pricey. I'm like, I don't got that much cash on me. I just bought some kettle corn.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, it was cool. It was cracking.
Yeah.
It was good to not see arrows on the floor.
Yeah.
Like making you walk in one direction.
Stand here. Or like little foots, little feet, spray painted on the floor.
Yeah.
Telling you to stand here and, stand here 6 feet later and stand here 6 feet later. I hate shit like that. I can't wait till... I didn't notice at the grocery store if they had the arrows anymore. But I didn't pay attention. I just went about my business.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and see if they have the arrows at the grocery store when I go pick up some ketchup or something.
Ketchup.
I saw like random things at the grocery store. We get all our stuff at the farmer's market.
It's true.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm glad we went, even though it was like a fake fair. It wasn't like the real thing that they normally do. It was all right. They could do better next time, hopefully.
Next year.
And hopefully the mayor looks a little bit more fit.
Get that Jenny Craig.
He goes to Curves.
Curves.
I don't know. I'm just saying. No, that mayor pro tem though, he looked like he was a healthy guy.
Yeah.
At least somewhat.
He was not
the
size of the mayor, that's for sure.
No, I bet he's like sitting there like just waiting my time.
Yeah. Just waiting for him to croak.
He was so excited to introduce that state senator guy and called him sir or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? It's just like, he's just a guy. Calm down, These people, like, we're supposed to kiss their feet. It's ridiculous. They work for us. They're servants. But yeah, it was cool. I'm glad we went. The kettle corn was definitely worth just the trip alone, because it was an interesting variety of caramel apple kettle corn. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's really good.
It's probably got corn syrup in it.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And sitting down and eating at like a packed restaurant where there's no empty places. Like, there's literally people waiting outside to get in.
Yeah, it was packed.
I was like, wow. I was so happy you were like, give her a good tip. And I was like, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, those girls were working hard.
They were working hard. And the food was delish. And I appreciated it. It was good to actually experience being out again and know what it's like. I'm looking forward to that on our trip, and hopefully it's less weird than it is here, because hopefully there's less people being masked and more people being normal and thinking for themselves.
Yeah. Hope to have some real conversations with some real people.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the type of person, like I was telling you earlier, I have not been to this area since I was a child, since my grandfather passed away. And So it's, that was like when I was probably, I don't know, 10. I don't remember. And so this is me as like a grown man going back, not having been there since I was a child. And it'll be cool to see. Unfortunately, there will be a lot of people that have passed away, because everybody that I knew in that town was like old then. And I don't imagine that they lived to be like 150. So the town population actually dropped since I was there, which is it's not a usual thing.
No, it was already small as it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Last time I went, it was like 600 and something, and now it's 400 and something.
Oh wow.
And so 200 people died or are moved.
So I take it people aren't having kids anymore? Like, is the population just getting older?
Yeah.
No one's really having kids?
Well, that...
People are moving away.
And people's kids move away. They go to school. There's no university in that area. And so if you don't work on a farm, you don't work on a family farm or have a family farm, then your best bet to like get out of the area is to go to school and get a job somewhere.
Yeah.
And so that's what people do. And I think it's turned more into like a vacation area. The population grows every 4th of July. Every holiday the population grows, because it seems like a lot of the homes are vacation homes where people just have to go visit. There's a lake near the area, and there's rivers and all kinds of like outdoorsy things to explore, hike and hunt and fish, and it's it's the country. And
should we say which state we're going to?
Yeah, we could say we're going to Idaho.
Yeah. We'll be in the southeast portion
of Idaho. And it's I'm looking forward to like seeing the area and how it's changed. And I hope it's from the weather reports, it's going to be hot when we go. So I'm not looking forward to that, because it's going to be virtually the same temperature of the place that we're leaving from. But
it's fine. It's not that hot here.
They have a cold lake to dive into.
There you go.
So I'm like, hey, if it gets really hot, I'm just going to go jump in the lake and get really cold. And hopefully it balances it out. But I look forward to being there, seeing the people. I haven't seen family in a while, so I'm going to see some family. And
I get to meet family that I've never met.
Yeah.
And see where your dad grew up.
Yeah.
And I hear about this place. I've heard about this place since we've been together, Now I get to finally see it. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope you're not like, man, this is like what a podunk place. I hope
I think that's what I want. That's what I like.
Oh, you want it to be like a podunk place? Okay.
We'll see. It's the hillbilly in me.
Yeah. You want it to be like
it's the white half.
What's the place? Like that place in Twister where the grandma is. You want it to be like that kind of a place where it's just like out and about, and there's like one home and then another home like way over here, and
like a mile away.
Yeah. It's not that sparse because everybody in the town is fairly close, but not super close. Everybody's got room.
Yeah.
And like people have chickens and shit and horses, that's cool. Not a typical town. People don't have that in a town. But the mule's back. There's a couple mules across the way that when I was young, there was Sam the donkey, and he lived across the way, and I would go feed him apples, and he'd let me pet him. He wasn't rude. And then there was a mule who was rude, and Sam would chase him away. And then there were horses sometimes, and Sam would chase them away because he wants the apples. And my folks said that there's like 2 mules back, and I'm like, oh great, they're gonna be assholes, because the mule was an asshole last time I was there. But obviously this isn't the same mule. It's a different mule. I hope it's a different mule.
You never know.
That'd be some really old mule. If I show up, it's all gray haired and like just coughing and shit. Kill me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll go try and feed it an apple and see if it lets me pet it.
It's gonna take your hand.
Nah, they don't. Well, hope not. I hope he doesn't bite me or anything. But and then there's cows down the street, and there's sheep up on the hill, and there's a bunch of wildlife. There's like woodchucks everywhere, and a bunch of birds. So I'm sure you're gonna be in heaven.
I'm so excited for the wildlife.
Yeah.
So excited.
You're like already you're doing your homework on the birds, on which birds are already out there, and letting me know like which ones are different from the ones that are here. But a lot of the ones I guess are the same. So you're looking for those key ones that are different.
Yeah.
So that would be cool if, not that we'd get them, but if you get, I haven't seen any sandhill cranes. It'd be nice to see.
Oh, I know. There seems to be a lot of marsh areas around there, so
yeah,
we might get lucky.
Yeah.
I think they're around those areas, aren't they?
I would hope so.
I can't remember.
I mean, the marsh area, the wetland that they're in is very protected, so
yeah.
There's no hunting in that area, so they would be smart to stop there if they wanted to break. But I've never seen one in person close up, and I would really like to see one close enough to where I don't need the binoculars, like if I could like sneak up and see before it takes off and flies away. But they're supposed to be really big. They're like dinosaurs in how big they are almost. They're kind of big, and you can hunt them.
Yeah.
So I also kind of want to see them because it's like I'm scoping them out for the future because I'd like to hunt them. They're supposedly delicious.
What kind of gun?
Oh, you need a shotgun.
Okay.
Like a 12 gauge shotgun.
Okay.
Definitely 12 gauge shotgun to take one of them out. And you have to do like a setup with like a blind.
That's right.
And a pattern of fake decoys to get, or not fake decoys are fake decoys to lure them in, and as they come in, that's when you shoot. You can call them too. There's nothing against calling them, but yeah, you have to basically hide in like either like grass, like put grass over yourself and just bury yourself, or you have to
that's right,
be in a blind, and it has to like be completely covered. Some people that hunt them in the skyways where they travel from Canada, they set up a decoy. They have a set of decoys, and then they call them in, and they hide behind giant bales of hay that are like big enough to hide 3 guys or more. And then they just like wait, and as they come in, they just jump out from the hay and pop, 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 and shoot them as they fly down.
Dang.
But they're called the ribeye in the sky because their meat's like, it looks like steak when you prepare it on the barbecue. And it tastes like steak. Everybody that tastes it's like, oh my god, it tastes exactly like steak.
Interesting.
So I would love to try that. I think the tag in Idaho is less expensive than some states. So I'd have to check, because last I checked, I think it was like 40 something bucks.
Oh, that's not bad.
Per bird, I guess, and I think you're limited to like 3 or 4. So that's not too bad.
That's not bad.
That's a lot of meat, and you could store it for a while, so, or give it away and share it with people. I would be down to do that, but I want to see one because it's like scoping out your enemy first,
Your enemy?
Well, it's not my enemy, but you know what I mean. We're not enemies. We're just
scoping out your dinner. We're playing
a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
And I would like to be the cat. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to, and then all the trails and hiking, and I want to see if my aunt or somebody knows a farmer who has a problem with woodchucks, because I need to practice with my rifle.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of woodchuck issues, and they eat a lot of the alfalfa.
Yeah, there's people popping off woodchucks just from their porch.
Yeah,
like 22s. there's no big deal shooting your 22 out there.
No, not on your property is fine as long as you're shooting at the woodchucks. I don't care.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's free, People leave each other alone and don't bother.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
And it is, we have to say, it is a Mormon town.
It is, but not everybody's Mormon.
Okay.
At least now. It was way.
It's changed.
It was way more in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. when I was younger, almost everybody was Mormon, but back in the day, everybody was like 80. So obviously those people aren't there anymore, and a lot of families have moved out. So there is still, there's a lot of Mormon presence. But no, I mean, apparently, I thought this was like the Bible area where people don't cuss and stuff, but there's like fuck Biden flags according to pictures we've received from the area.
Oh my
pictures
gosh.
and video we've received, people that have fuck Biden flags. So I'm like, oh, I'm amazed somebody's not complaining and going language,
Wow.
But not that anybody, I don't think Biden's got any fans up there, but
doesn't seem like it.
It's more of the word fuck that I was like, oh, I thought somebody would be upset because
offended.
The word fuck is there. It's just a word. Who cares? Not a big deal.
Wow.
They don't own us.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So I guess it's maybe some of the California people that have moved in the area, because Idaho, a lot of people from California are moving to Idaho, and a lot of them are moving to Texas, right? So it's like Texas, Idaho are the two main areas where Californians are moving.
But do you think where we're going, a lot of Californians are moving there?
No, because that area is still, it's got small towns, it's just small population, very rural still.
Yeah, I mean, you told me it's a food desert where we're going.
It is. There's like one grocery store. It's 20 miles away. The next, the only access to groceries in the town is the gas station, and maybe he has milk. Maybe, I'm not sure.
The neighbor has eggs.
The neighbor has eggs, so we don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, if you want like stores, you have to drive, almost an hour away to Utah.
Crazy.
To the next biggest city where they have like Sam's and Walmart and all that crap. But yeah, it's basically like a food desert. There's like restaurants, but it's still considered a food desert. It's like one grocery store in a radius of like 60 plus miles.
That's
probably
crazy. Yeah.
So, but there's farms, so it's not like people don't have food. They grow their own.
Yeah.
It's normal.
They have their own livestock.
Yeah. It's not a food desert like in the urban sense.
Yes. Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But yeah, people were self-sufficient over there. Like my aunt made my mom some preserves, and so she's like, oh, and then my mom made her some stuff, and people just share. It's just common to do that for each other.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Community takes care of each other.
Yeah. Who else do you have? There's like one hospital in the area, and there's like a couple of doctors maybe in the area, and you just have to take care of yourselves. And it's you and the church, and that's all you've got. And most people don't go to church, so everybody just takes care of each other.
Oh man.
So I'm looking forward to that, and they have the parade for the 4th.
Oh yeah, so they're celebrating the 4th on the 3rd.
I'm not trying to be like a status cuck or anything, but I'll be there. Just they throw out candy. I'm gonna eat the candy. I want to see what candy they throw out.
But yeah, they're celebrating on the 3rd because 4th of July is Sunday.
It's a Sunday and everybody goes to church.
It's church day.
Yeah, we don't do anything on Sundays. Nobody does anything. Hardly anything's open on Sunday, and everything's closed. Like that's the thing. Sunday is like, if you didn't get your shit done by Saturday, guess you're gonna wait till Monday.
Fend for yourself.
Yeah, fend for yourself.
It's church day.
Yeah, it's church day. I remember those days. I can be honest. I was I'm an ex-Mormon, I guess. I wasn't really a practicing Mormon because I didn't really know.
You were too young.
All the stuff. I was too young, and I just enjoyed church because that's where my friends were. Honestly, you could ask me a question, I'd be like, I don't know, Joseph Smith? I don't fucking know. But I understand that, where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought.
You're a recovering Mormon.
I'm a recovering Mormon, I guess. Ex-Mormon. I don't know. I get why like people do the church thing, and it's cool. And as an ex-Mormon, when we would go to church, we did not do anything on Sundays. Like my mom would oftentimes have all the meals like previously prepared the previous day, so that because church was like an all day thing. You went from like the morning, like either 8 or 9, I don't remember, till like 12 or 1.
Wow.
Like, it was like all day because it was like classes, and then there was.
I mean, that's like half day.
Oh my God! But as a kid, you know what I was thinking was I got to do this 5 fucking days a week at school. And I'm thinking like this is me I'm really thinking this as a kid. I had to do this 5 fucking days a week. Why the fuck do I want to do this another day? Because it was like school, but for church, which made spirituality like a clinical thing. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel God anywhere there at all. And I don't know if I was supposed to, they made it seem like I had to go through all these like steps to follow their whatever they want you to follow to get to their ultimate goal. And it didn't really seem like, can't you just like pray and stuff happens, like can't you just talk and have a relationship with whatever you believe is in control of all this craziness?
You don't have to go to a building.
Yeah, and compare clothing with people.
To be spiritual. Yeah.
So it was it was weird having that experience where like you have to do all this stuff the day before, and then like Sunday was family day. Went to church all day, and then when you come home, like my mom would like warm everything up, and then we would sit and eat. And it's like, God. And then sometimes we would have Sundays where like the missionaries would come and visit.
Oh, wow.
And so we'd feed them too. And they loved coming over because my mom made tacos.
I bet they love that.
They were like, oh my God, these tacos are so good. They're like, nobody makes tacos. Everybody's like,
Like, what do they make? Jell-O?
Yeah, people make like Mormon food, like Jell-O,
meatloaf,
like roast beef, and like meatloaf. There's a lot of meatloaf going on, mashed potatoes, but are like, I don't know if people make real mashed potatoes or if they do that fake powdered shit.
Oh,
but my mom would always do like Mexican food for these folks, and they loved coming over. Like there would be times where we'd have like half a dozen missionaries at our
my
house.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
Like women and men. No joke. And it was cool because we never talked about the church. You know what we talked about? Them, their families. We got to know them. They got to know us. Never once were they like preachy and they were like, oh, can we read this? And da da da. The preachiest they got was before we'd sit and eat, they'd be like, can we say the prayer? And they would lead the prayer and say that they're thankful for everything and I hope everything gets blessed and blah, 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 blah.
So they just showed up to preach to you guys and your mom just invited them in? Or was it like a scheduled?
Sometimes it was scheduled.
Okay.
Where like my parents would be like, the missionaries are going to come. We have to clean up the front of the house.
Okay.
And,
So was it just a way for them to meet you guys or to get food?
I feel like some of the times it was for them to get food because some people, part of being in the church is that you did feed the missionaries because their goal ultimately is in line with your goal, right? Because you go to the same church.
So it was a part of the religion.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And I mean, the whole 10% of your income thing too, like tithing and giving tithing to the church. Yeah. That was a thing that yes, my parents did do, and they still today give away a lot of their income, but they give it away to charities that they believe in. They just don't give it away to churches anymore.
Yeah.
And but it's it was cool because you got to see who they were as people, not as missionaries.
Yeah.
And it really, like, I liked missionaries. To this day I like missionaries. When I see missionaries I'll like honk and wave. I'm not a Mormon anymore, but I dig them, like they're cool peeps and they're just doing what they think is right. They're not hurting nobody. And I don't know if like, because my families are still Mormon, I don't know if I have to kind of gauge what I can talk about a little in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that. but in a way I am, because it's kind of like, I feel like I'm Indiana Jones. I got to step on the right pattern of things, otherwise shit's gonna shoot at me through the walls. But my aunt's real cool. She's a gentle woman, so I don't think she's too preachy, and from what I hear, so
gentle woman.
Yes, my uncle's a cool guy too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to them, the nature, all that good stuff. The drive, we have some spots picked up that we want to stop.
Oh man,
you
I'm
did
excited.
Some great research.
I'm so excited.
You're not even done, but you for at least the first half of our journey, you kind of have some spots picked out for us to stop and check out.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, and if we come across anything, then we'll probably stop too.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to see if there was like something, like there's a sign and you're like, oh, that looks cool. Maybe we can just take a detour and go there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it'll be fun to get out of the state.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah, and we want to share this journey with you guys too.
Yeah.
So we're planning on doing some recording in the car on the way up. So get ready for some wonderful car noise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So if you're also wondering why we sound a little different on this episode, it's because we're testing this microphone system out. We're recording on our phone right now.
Yes.
This like fancy, not fancy, but it's like a little microphone kit.
Yeah, this is the same kit we'll use when we're driving up.
Yeah.
And when we're there too.
Yeah.
So we don't have to lug our whole,
like mixer and microphone
set with us.
System.
Yeah. This is pretty simple. Yeah. I like this thing.
Yeah.
Well, we might sound a little different though, but.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, folks, if it's not to the best quality standards, but hey, we're just starting out, so we'll get there.
Yeah.
One day when we have the money and we build our studio and do whatever, but as of right now, we just want to get this captured and out there, and for you guys to follow us on this trip, and we'll try and stop when there's interesting things and talk about it. And one of these days I would like to incorporate video into this in the future, but not right now, because our jobs are Nazis. So and you'll see us on video, or some schmuck will see us on video and they'll be like, I know who that person is. And yeah, I don't want to deal with any of that.
Keep it low key for now.
For sure. But we will have some pictures coming out, so watch on Twitter and Float and Gab. Maybe if I figure out how to post on those other platforms. It's really hard to post on Float and Gab. I have to figure out how to do that better. But we've been on Twitter a lot more active lately.
We've been pretty active on there.
Yeah. And so,
as much as I can stand.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to want to be on there a lot. But there's some fun people on there still. They haven't kicked everybody off.
Yes.
And we're trying to follow them and retweet their things and add to the conversation. And if you guys want to follow us, you can add to the conversation there. And
it's FRC Pod.
Yeah, at FRC Pod at Twitter. And then for Gab and Float, we are at False Reality Check. And you can also reach out directly to us at frcpodcast@protonmail.com and email us, ask us questions, or tell us if you like an episode, or we're here. We just want to start building this community of people, of weirdos.
Yeah.
Join us and try and be free and live your life. Don't worry so much about what the TV people tell you to do. Think for yourself.
It tells you a vision.
That's why it's called television. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. And wait till we get into the whole words create reality thing.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's why they call it spelling, because you're casting a spell.
Oh, that's creepy.
I feel like that Tim and Eric.
Maybe we can get into some weird stuff on our fireside chat.
Yeah.
When we're in Idaho.
For sure. I hope Yeah, I'm hoping to do like a tent night where we
Heck yeah.
we hear
I want to do a few of those.
All the noises outside of random, crickets and shit. So I just don't want to get sprayed with a skunk. So, but
I don't either.
We will be back, folks, and hope that you listen to us and
and appreciate those who do listen to us. We do appreciate you. And thank you.
We know you're out there, and thanks for being weird with us.
Yes.
Yeah, but be weird yourself. Do what you want to do, and let's just start talking. Reach out to us, and we might, if you email us, we might mention it on the show. And if you have an interesting email,
give you a little shout out
or interesting review of the podcast, you can review us on iTunes. Give us a 5-star if you can, or even if you don't give us a 5-star, but you have an interesting review, maybe you'll read it. I don't know. We'll see. This is all about just creating a conversation and being weird. I'm weird. I don't know. I'm just weird.
He's in a weird mood tonight.
I'm in a weird mood tonight. It was such I don't know. We haven't been out in a while, so it was nice to just be out.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we look forward to talking to you guys again.
Yeah. Until next time, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.